Many people ask me what my favorite kind of fly fishing is. Though I love it all, I'm here to tell you there is nothing quite like the entire experience of fishing saltwater flats in tropical climes. Just like all fly fishing, fishing the flats has the ability to make you look like a hero or an absolute zero. That is what I love about the flats environment. It's hunting, it's stalking, it's keen observation, and guaranteed to deliver either pure joy or utter rejection. The highs are super high.
Just amazing.
And the lows can stick with you seemingly forever.
So spooky, these fish.
Bottom line, saltwater flats fishing takes you to amazing places in search of amazing species, often with incredible people. Welcome to Southern Belize. Our hosts are Sheldon James and Melvin Michaela. This is Tarpon Caye Lodge.
Ooh, that's a nice sized fish.
I will catch these all day.
That is what you're in for on this episode.
The new Fly Fisher is supported by Tarpon Caye Lodge, Orvis Fly Fishing, Trout Unlimited, Rio Products, Oscar Blues Brewery, Global Rescue, Adipose Boatworks.
Tarpon Caye Lodge is a short boat ride from the small town of Placencia in southern Belize, Central America. Being the only lodge on the island and seemingly the only lodge within miles, Tarpon Caye has access to literally hundreds of flats which are home to the big three flat species: bonefish, permit, and of course, tarpon. Joining me on this adventure is good friend Tom Rosenbauer. Tom and I jumped at the chance to flats fish together in Belize. We're on the make for all three species, and we will fish them poling in a panga and stalking them on foot. Our guides on this flats adventure are Ernest Garcia and Carlos Ramirez, local Belizeans who have grown up fishing these flats. We load up and head out early with plans to hit the flats at the perfect time based on the tides.
Well, we're leaving the mothership behind and we're on these pangas and we're heading to those keys right now. The adventure for today, after about an hour boat ride, are permit and bonefish.
We pull up to our first spot, hop out, and are immediately welcomed by an immense school of bonefish. This is going to be good. Bonefish are wonderful adversaries on fly. Found as singles, pairs, or schools of many individuals, bonefish can be tricked to eat a fly. And when they do, the runs are tremendous, peeling line off your reel, then turning tail and running directly back at you, all to do it again until they either break you off or they're brought to hand.
This big old bonefish came in alone and just came in on the flat, very shallow water. I threw the fly to him. He came right over and ate it. They don't always do that. I only have a 7-weight rod, but it's a nice bonefish for a 7-weight. I wasn't expecting a fish this big, and but as you can see, the 7-weight can handle it. Small flies, windy day, it's fine. I just love bonefish. They're the perfect saltwater fly rod fish. They're just spooky enough. They eat small stuff. They run like crazy. Sometimes they're difficult. Sometimes they come easy.
But bonefish can also be extremely spooky fish, frustrating to say the least. Anglers can do everything right, only to be flipped the fin in an all too familiar explosive refusal. They are hard fighting and 100% fun to catch and release on fly. Often getting close enough to present a shot is half the battle.
Wading in coral rubble is really, 50% of the battle when you're hunting down bonefish, permit, and triggers. They can hear you, not only the water that you're moving, but also your feet crunching on the bottom of the ocean. So when you walk, think like a heron or think like a bird of prey, where if you can hear it, they can hear it. So walk very gingerly, you're in no rush, and you're hunting down these fish to get as close as you comfortably can before you can take that shot. And there's a bonefish right there. Oh, no, we didn't.
And once you hook one, you never know what might happen.
All right. Little chaos in the in the boulders here, the coral boulders. But that's the way it goes. High rod tip, fighting these fish, and then once you get them on, side pressure them to yourself. Now what happened was that fish took me under a piece of coral and came back at me. We had to run and get it, as you clearly saw. But there's a school of hundreds of bonefish here. We've got shots at more. Now this is what you can expect when fighting bonefish, is that they'll do a big run, and then they'll turn and they'll come right back at you. So having a large arbor reel such as this is key, because you need to be able to pick up line. That's a good fish, man. That's a thick bonefish. We've got 12-pound tippet on here, so lots of power, lots of leeway for this bonefish. Oh, nice, gorgeous, gorgeous big fish. How do you like that? Wow. That is fantastic. And then when that fish is ready to go, I'll let you know.
After involving Nuha in this program, she feels very confident. Here you have a lot of opportunity.
I learned a lot of stuff, like being kind and I'm more open-minded.
Through United Way, I did a self-esteem course, training for peer support, and now I volunteer. It's a lesson that comes from the nature of doing work with the United Way that gives me a new lease on my life.
You know how proud I am of you, how hard you work. You deserve your success.
No one deserves this kind of success.
Massimo Ruggiero, the deadliest shark in the sea, and thank God he's our shark.
Men reach a point where they have more money than they can spend. What they crave then is power.
Who says I'm like other men?
Devils. New series Wednesday, September 16, only on W.
When you don't have the people there to support you that you know you should, your world kind of like spirals. But United Way has been the biggest change coming into high school. Having the ability to help kids succeed is so important.
The difference between here and northern Belize and even southern Belize is that at Tarpon and Caye are located, close to the reef and right where most of the flats are. So the opportunity you have here is somewhat better than most other places just because of the location. Most of the time we have a lot of tarpons right here in the lagoon. All the permit flats are right around the island, and we do have bonefish here as well. So location is one of the best.
Arguably, bonefish are, fish that you really need to work on your angles as you're fighting them for a number of reasons. There's a lot of obstacles out here that they can get caught up in, for one. And number two, they always want to go back to the school. I mean, the school's right here, and you need to be able to angle those fish left if they're going right, or right if they're going left, in order to keep them out of there so you can continue to fish a school of bonefish just like this. If I can get this guy unbuttoned and back to the school, we got a good shot at catching another one. All right.
Permit are generally spooky, a tough fish to catch, and that's the beauty about it. If you can go and just catch them every cast you make, then what's the fun in it? But the nature of the fish, they're just generally spooky and tough to get. It's just like hunting. So you gotta sneak up on the fish, try to stalk him, and try to put the right shot on the fish. You know, and so many things can go wrong, and once everything lines up, you know, you can have a fish on the end of your line.
We spot a school of tailing permit and decide at best we get out and approach on foot.
Well, it's just after lunch, and we decided that we'd make the short run out to the barrier reef. Literally a 25-second boat ride that way, it drops off to 3,000 feet, pure blue water. Right here, you've got square miles of flats and shallow water. We're hoping to find some big perms right here on the reef. There. My heart is beating 1,000 miles a minute right now. He wouldn't turn on it. Oh, so fun.
The reef, a short boat ride from the lodge, is home to many stingrays. These rays will sift through the sand in search of crustaceans. Rays are important to permit anglers because more often than not, permit will associate with the rays literally swimming behind them, scooping up any crabs or shrimp trying to escape. When you see a ray mudding, throw a fly into it. You just might get lucky.
What's that? Is that Jack's there? Oh my God. All of a sudden, this flat just exploded with life. And we've got a bunch of jacks in here, pretty good sized jacks, that are just crashing the bait all around us. It's crazy. He's free now. They're just such strong fish. But we have 40-pound tippet on here, so we're not terribly worried about breaking them off. We're more worried about breaking a rod or a fly line. He gave up pretty easy for a jack, didn't he? Yeah.
When I felt scared, United Way had my back. 5 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom with 4 children, including one with special needs, and I was facing divorce. I needed a job fast and to figure out how to help my kids and myself through a difficult transition as gently as possible. With United Way funding, my kids were matched with mentors who provided guidance, attention, and a listening ear, which helped as I dealt with legal details and took job preparation classes. Now I see myself as a successful single mom who taught my kids how to become better, not bitter. My name's Kim, and donations to United Way Simcoe Muskoka helped change my life. Thank you.
When I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is put on my yarn.
Jaylen's been able to have the prosthetics and have the support that she needs because of the people who donate to the war amps.
My arm helps me to pick flowers.
She can do things on her own. She doesn't need someone else to do it for her.
I love all the pretty colors of flowers, but yellow's my favorite color.
Tarpon Caye Lodge is found smack dab in the middle of the seemingly countless flats of southern Belize. 4 private cabanas, 3 literally perched over the water, are excellently appointed and designed for fly anglers with no detail overlooked. The lodge is welcoming and warm, with Wi-Fi if needed and cold beverages at the ready. The fishing is right on your doorstep, and you have the choice of self-guiding around the island or using an expert local guide to take you away to your own personal flat in the Caribbean Sea. And how's the fishing? Well, there's a reason many call Southern Belize the permit capital of the world. The next day, we load up and head back into the vast flats of Tarpon Caye. We come across a deep, giant mudline and spot a school of permit cruising.
Oh, yes!
All right. We've been working so hard here at Tarpon Caye Lodge to hook up with a permit, and we saw a school of them coming down this semi-flat, and we just threw a crab out, and we're hooked up to a permit. There he goes, into my backing, there we go. Now the hard work begins. Now with permit, I've only ever caught one, but I've had shots at hundreds. That's the way permit fishing goes. You know, half the battle literally is getting them to eat. The other half is getting them in. So this is no way anywhere near a sealed deal. Now I'm gonna make my way up onto the bow here. I've got a little bit more play with this fish. Now, with permit as well, it doesn't matter the size of them, they're all super strong. Really, really great fish to target on fly. Side pressure is key. Now, with this line too, with so much line and backing out, one of the great things about fish that run far is that there's often a big belly in the line. And that belly plays into your advantage to keep that fly tight into the fish's mouth. He's going back to the right, so you move to the left. Got my fly line back. Swim into the boat, he's gonna take a look at it and he's gonna bolt the other direction. I can guarantee you that. There he is. Good permit. Awesome stuff. Wow. If he's done, got him. Yay! Yeah. Fantastic, fantastic fish. We worked hard for him, but you know what? Persistence does pay off. These are fantastic animals on fly, just amazing creatures.
It was really fun working with them, especially with it, when it comes to the studio tour, because it lets you meet the artists again and again. I hate to say nature inspires me, because every artist has it, but it is the grasses, the flowers, the trees, mostly rocks as well. So I use grasses over and over again. Every once in a while, somebody wants to have something special. They bring me their own flowers. For me, the glaze has to be perfect, and I like I said, a lot of depth in it. And that's it. All done.
When you're online, Rogers TV on YouTube shares news and events from your community. Like messages from local leaders, updates on the latest health news, local business presenting their new offerings, and how our local communities are working their way through these unprecedented times. Visit and subscribe to Rogers TV on YouTube for the latest local information.
Equipment used here at Tarpon Caye Lodge is as follows: 8 9 and 10 weight rods, lined with weight-forward floating matching fly lines. Bonefish leader is 12-pound tapered fluorocarbon leader. Hermit leader is a 16-pound tapered fluorocarbon leader. And the tarpon leader is a 40-pound tapered leader, also fluorocarbon. It's our final day here at Tarpon Caye Lodge, and the weather has changed dramatically. The high winds we like for permit have all but disappeared, making hunting these fish a challenge.
So spooky these fish are, it's amazing.
Ernest makes a call and heads out to a deep flat in search of big permit, giants. It's a long shot, but the effort pays off when the flat comes alive and we spot a giant school of tarpon.
One more cast, and that's your turn, Mark. Yeah, I hate it when they're coming at you. Ah! Sick him hard!
Woo! Look at them all. You can see them all in the water, too. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Look at all those fish.
Mark, low side pressure. Don't use the tip of the rod, use the butt.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Here he comes.
In clear water. That's it, back him up. Doing great, Mark.
Every bit of this 10 weight, man, every bit. Yeah, he's down deep.
Don't lift up so high. Little pumps. Yeah, little pumps. There you go.
He's coming back up now. Here he comes, he's coming up. Yep, it's coming up, coming up. So I'd love to be able to tell you exactly what I'm doing to land this tarpon, but really all I'm doing is hanging on tight. There's Jack's down there looking for him, looking at him.
Now he's looking good. Don't bring your rod up so high, no higher than waist level, just little pumps. A little bit at a time. Oh, God.
We got 40-pound leader material on here. And he's been fighting for a while, so I want to make sure that I get him in as quickly as possible so that there's no chafing that's going to occur on this leader, such that we lose this fish. Oh, what a beautiful fish. Look how clear it is in this water. Oh, he's hooked right in the corner of the mouth, too.
He's really just not giving up. There you go.
All right. What an absolute thrill. Tarpon on the fly out of Tarpon Caye Lodge. Look at that. Just fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that this dude is all right. Now, I'm here to tell you, that is a thrill of my lifetime. Tarpon on flying Belize, just incredible.
Well done, my man.
Thank you. We have had literally hundreds of shot at permit and bones this week at Tarpon Caye Lodge, but alas, our time has come to an end. I want to thank you all for watching. Special thanks to Melvin and Sheldon and the entire crew at Tarpon Caye Lodge. What an unbelievable time down here in southern Belize. My name is Mark Melnick. I want to thank you for watching the new Fly Fisher television show. It has been an absolute pleasure. Remember, adventure is out there, and what a better way to do it than to go and find it with a fly rod in your hand. From all of us at the new Fly Fisher, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the flats.
The new Fly Fisher is supported by Tarpon Caye Lodge, Orbis Fly Fishing, Trout Unlimited, Rio Products, Oscar Blues Brewery, Global Rescue, Adipose Boatworks,